Hey, this is Eternal King, bringing you another discussion video today. We'll talk about day one patch impressions. Things are pretty all over the place right now. You're seeing some infinite action shenanigans, which again, I don't know if the nerf to or the buff to action is really responsible for that. Like, I guess it does make a difference, the one less on the countdown. Because again, you don't really want to be seeing that in Eternal where people are just going infinite and like running down the clock. Like their win rate's not going to be good and they're not, going to climb well. They're basically going to be garbage tier, but like in terms of wasting time for people who are actually like good at the game and like trying to get somewhere, it is pretty frustrating. But what else? Pirouette change, not a big difference because again, make it rain was always a close second choice anyway, so you can just make it rain and it's okay. Pirouette's obviously better, but with the nerf, it's kind of a hard inclusion now. A lot of people running standard lists, because again, they're going to play what they know. Not much control. I was kind of expecting after all the control buffs to be seeing people play like non-degenerate decks, but that's asking a lot. It's asking a lot for people to play decks that are a little more thought provoking, a little more involved, not just hyper degeneracy right off the bat, off the new patch. But I think that's going to balance out once the good Eternal decks come in and people start playing like real lists, and that's going to keep a lot of the toxicity in check. But again, if people are having fun with it, that's good. Makes no difference to me. Like coming off of Masters, I start in Plat. I can wait a couple days till some of these things kind of even out and then begin my climb then. But otherwise, yeah, people are playing, aren't really playing anything consistent or good besides the standard list they're irking. So not much jacks, obviously. After the nerf, people are staying away from jacks. Swain doesn't level as easy, but again, Swain was hyper buffed, so he's got a good body on him, so it doesn't really matter if he levels on easily off of like Eloy and that sort of thing. But it's all up in the air right now. You can pretty much play what you want if you can climb successfully with it. But yeah, day one Eternal kind of off the patch, there's going to be a lot of degeneracy, a lot of action infinite, still a lot of landmark Teemo, so you can't get lethal. Not much playing like the good new cards that were buffed, not much interesting. You're not going to see Poro King. The only way Action's going to be played is if he runs down the clock infinitely. Nothing actually interesting or good, basically, off day one of the patch. But that's going to even out. We're going to have proper mid-range lists. We'll have proper aggro lists, and that's going to keep kind of the garbage in check. And then when people, aren't able to climb with their memes, then they're going to all of a sudden realize that, wait a minute, maybe I should, stop messing around and get good at the game. But otherwise, yeah, a little frustrating, especially Action Infinite. Like, nobody wants to see that on ladder. Like, nobody wants to have to, like, sit there for 10 minutes while, like, the player basically, plays in a masturbatory fashion. There's no other, polite way to put it, is that they're basically just wasting your time and jerking off. By the time they could win with going infinite with Action, they could literally do anything else. Like anything else. So looking forward to seeing what the good Eternalists are. Looking forward to seeing how the meta actually shapes up. Looking forward to seeing how Vladimir gets played. But again, like, people are always going to move towards the most degenerate lists. They're always going to be Sump Monument. They're always going to be Infinite Auction. They're always going to be whatever's the most toxic thing that they can think of, rather than just like playing the game on even terms. Because again, in those circumstances, they lose 100% of the time. So why would they want to do that? Anyway, there's a little bit of a rant on day one of the patch. I was really excited to see Control come back. I was really excited to see some of these underplayed archetypes see play. The Poro Kings, the ambushes, the stuff like that. But no, like day one, it's just, the worst possible stuff. So We'll see how it all evens out. This is Eternal King signing out for today. I'm hoping to tomorrow, maybe in a couple more days, Eternal kind of balances out a bit, but we'll see. All right, take care.